Justin Trudeau making us poorer. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. You may have heard that Justin Trudeau likes to brag about his middle-class tax cut, but the fact is he's not really making life easier financially for most Canadians. If you earn $45,000 a year, let's say, that tax cut netted you exactly nothing. And if you earn $200,000 a year, you got the full cut between $800 and $900, while the increase on people earning over $200,000 doesn't affect you at all. It's a bit of a sham and a bit of a shell game, but beyond that, Trudeau's actually increasing costs at every turn for average middle-class families. Let me count the ways for you. Starting January 1st, there's going to be an EI premium increase. Now, the Liberals will tell you this is a cut. It was currently 1.88% of your income goes to EI premiums. It was legislated to go down to 1.49%, but the Liberals are only cutting it to 1.63. They actually had to change the legislation to increase it. So it is a payroll tax hike. What does that mean for the average person? Well, if you're making the maximum allowable for 2017 of $51,300, then your EI premiums would have been cut to $764 for the year. Instead, they'll be $836. That may not sound like a lot, but a little bit helps over time. The next way that they're going to be making life poorer, it doesn't come into effect yet, but it will. And it was announced in 2016, the expansion of the Canada Pension Plan. This is another payroll tax that is detrimental to hiring for businesses, especially small businesses, which they also hurt, but we'll get to that in a moment. The CPP premiums are going to increase by $420 a year. That's on top of the EI increases. We're getting close to about $500 a year on these payroll taxes by the time they all take in effect. But speaking of small business, like I said, there was supposed to be a tax cut from 11% on small business tax rate down to 9%. The Conservatives put that into legislation. The Liberals reversed it. They put it back up to 10.5%. No sense helping small business, the economic engine of the country, when you can just continue taking more money from them. By the way, a lot of small business owners, regular middle-class Canadians. Then there is the fact that they're trying to change the way that some small businesses are taxed, specifically doctors and professionals' offices. They don't want them to be able to claim the small business tax rate. This could cost billions for the medical community and others. On top of all of this, what's Justin Trudeau about to impose on the entire country? A carbon tax. That's right. You either will have one from the province or they're going to impose one upon you. That is quite literally a tax on everything and will make all Canadians poorer. Some estimates are it could cost the average family thousands of dollars a year. We've also got the tax for high-income earners that I mentioned earlier, the scrapping of income splitting, and the scrapping of the sports and arts tax credit for kids. This is something where if you put your kids in hockey or piano lessons, you would get a small tax break. One of these boutique tax credits they don't like. Well, that may be fine. You can have a philosophical argument against it, but scrapping all these things is still an increase on what Canadians actually pay on their income tax. More ways of Justin Trudeau making us poorer. But that's not the worst part. We're headed towards Budget 2017, and what is he thinking about doing? Increasing taxes yet again. How? Well, there's about 60% of the Canadian working population has dental benefits or health benefits through their employers. They want to tax that. They want to tax it to the tune of about $2.9 billion a year. It's going to make it less affordable and less attractive for employers to offer these plans and will end up driving many people onto a future government plan. But that doesn't matter to Trudeau. He's looking at revenue tools and didn't back away when asked about this recently in a news conference.
Okay. I want to ask you about the reports that your government is considering taxing private health care plans. And I'm wondering, is that still something that's on the table right now?
Obviously, we're engaged very much in pre-budget consultations, but no firm decisions have been made around the particular issue you bring up or a broad range of other issues that may or may not be in the upcoming budget.
So there you have it. One small tax cut versus 9 different ways that they're increasing taxes or taking more money out of your pocket. This is not a government committed to the middle class, never has been, never will be. If you look at their office expense renovations, the expenses to renovate 24 Sussex Drive, the expenses to make the Trudeau's life more cozy, this is about a government that wants to look after itself using your money. If you liked the video you just saw, make sure you never miss a Rebel video again. Click below, subscribe.